name is Morgan Dunn, and today we're going to have a losers bracket match between these two teams, the Knights Templar and the Unreal Nightmares. Now this is losers bracket. That means there are no second chances. There is no comeback. This is win or go home. Hopefully these two teams know what they're playing for and are going to come at it hard. We're supposed to have a good game. Right now we are just setting up for them to get into this first match, and I'm looking forward to it. I've not been able to grab as many of these playoff games as I've been hoping, but this is a good place to start. Alright, once these teams get ready to get going, we will roll into the first map. Best of 5 as always, as we are going to see at the very start we have the Knights Templar going to be coming in on Allegiance and the Unreal Nightmare on Coalition. It's good to see you guys rolling into the stream. I'm sure everyone's been excited for some more games, especially with everything that's going on crazy in the world. We want to be seeing something exciting. There's no sports to watch, so why not tune into some COD? Looks like right now we are just waiting on possibly one more members of the Unreal Nightmare. There we go. So we have 5 on 4. So actually it looks like we're going to wait and see until we get this last player in. Very glad to see everyone tuning in. I will repeat as we go because I know I got started a little early. I was a bit quick on the trigger. My name's Morgan Dunn. This is the losers bracket of the XP League playoffs. I'm excited to see everyone coming in, and hopefully we'll have an exciting game to go with it. I'll pull up the chat so I can make sure, especially in these in-between sections, there's nothing to talk about. It's before a game. I want to be able to interact with you guys, see what's going on. Hope everyone is doing well. Things are crazy out in the world, but that's why we have COD like this. Something exciting to watch to keep our minds off of everything. Alright, we're just waiting for the two teams to finish up their assignments and get ready to drop into this game. Looks like we're going to be starting off on St. Petrograd. That's a very good map to start off on, especially with Hardpoint. The rotations are going to be very important to see which team can get where it's going first. They're taking the words right out of their mouth. They're going Ramaza, Gunrunny, Petrograd. I don't know where we're going to be starting off yet. I haven't been doped the information beforehand, so hopefully we'll get this figured out soon. We still only have 9 team members, and so I don't know who we're waiting on. It looks like possibly one of the members of the Knights Templar has not shown up yet, and we're just hoping to get this go. There we go in the chat. Rybo getting some love from Prime Ginger, and that's the first cheering I've seen going on. So right now it looks like Knight Templar is coming out as the crowd favorite. Not sure who is missing from their team right now, but hopefully they will figure that out soon so we can get all of you guys some nice Call of Duty to watch. Especially with how everything's been going lately, this is what you want to be seeing. We want to be seeing some action. We want to be seeing the multi-kills, the frags, everything going all at once. Stumbled over my words. I'm a little bit nervous, just being honest. This is my first cast for the XP League, but I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, bringing you guys some high-quality Call of Duty, and playoffs no less. This is about as exciting as it gets in the losers bracket. Either of these teams lose, and there's nothing more for them to do right now. Yeah, Grits is saying they're waiting on the 5th. And right now it's just, we don't know who's waiting on it. We don't know where it's going. Of course, with these independent leagues, there's always some issues in making sure the teams are getting together. There might even be changes to what the players are usually working on now that all the quarantine is going. If the players usually have a spot that they play together or somewhere not from home where they like to set up, you never know what the issue might be. But Knights Templar just waiting on their 5th. You see from Civil, they're getting in, so hopefully not too much longer for you guys. We'll give you a chance to fill up the chat, get everything rolling and roaring so they can feel your support. Now, once we get into this first map, it'll be interesting to see who on the team starts taking off. Everyone always has their guaranteed fraggers, their set players, the in-game leaders, but when it comes down to it, you never know how things might turn out. Sometimes the guy that's had the worst KD all year suddenly just starts popping off. He becomes cracked. And in playoffs, that's where that happens more than ever. You've probably heard about March Madness for the NCAA. Well, that got canceled, so this is March Madness right here in XP League. Still only so much to... Man, they're really making it hard for my first time. And there we go, Zem coming in clutch. The 5th man for the Knights Templar joining in, and now we will get ready to roll in for you fine folks. For everyone tuning in, I'll say it one more time so we're all on the same page. My name is Morgan Dunn. This is the XP League playoffs, and this is a loser brackets match between the Knights Templar and the Unreal Nightmares. We've just gotten all 5 for both teams in, and now we are ready for them to get started. I'm guessing Knights Templar are gonna take a second, ready themselves after that late arrival, and we will get going very shortly. Make sure the teams check they're ready. I want to get going just like you guys. I'm excited. I've been waiting for something competitive to watch. Everything's been shut down, and this is as good as it gets right now. In fact, it might be even better because this is a very exciting match. Reaching towards the end of the playoffs, these teams can taste it right now. They see the end in their sights, the light at the end of the tunnel, and so they have to be going. We got the call from Grits to start it off, just waiting on Rybo to get going, and here we go, running into Gunrunner Hardpoint to start off the day. Match 1 between the Knights Templar and the Unreal Nightmare. So as the two teams load in, the Knights Templar were starting on the Allegiance side and Unreal Nightmare starting on Coalition. So we'll see who can set up on this first point right in the middle of the map first. Take a second for them to get ready. As we'll start off checking out these Unreal Nightmares. Burt, Atrium, Harass, Grits, and Beta against Civil, Mim, Lax, Rybo, and Zem. Civil coming in first, dropping a bit of utilities. He's going to jump up onto the top. Gets immediately taken out by Grits. Now back over towards the center map. We see running around. Mim is going to try and spot anyone out, but his teammates are falling all around him. Beta gets the wallbang onto Zeta, and now Civil coming in as well. With a great position inside the bathrooms, Atrium gets spotted out, takes a bit of damage, is going to have to retreat. Instead, it'll be on his teammate, Grits, to maybe spot someone out as Knights Templar. No one is able to get on the point right now. Over and over, they're turning around, back and forth. Atrium goes hunting, but there's no one there. He spots one, but doesn't see it. His teammate has his back, though. Grits with the double kill, as Harats and Beta also clear it off. Looks like the Knights Templar have very solid control to start this off, and that's why they came into high seed. Atrium gets one, spots out a Nubble, make it a double kill, as Zem only manages to trade one back. Burt has another onto Lax, but right now, this is all Atrium to finish off that first spot. Now, the rotations are coming through to make it to this next hard point. We see Burt waiting for them to peek around this window and see if he can find anyone, and he does. A kill onto Rybo as the Knights Templar are trying to push in. Mim with a double kill before Burt trades it back. Unreal Nightmares getting a good lead to start off this game. Sorry, I had the teams backwards to start. Getting excited. Burt with another kill as Atrium gets the double. Burt's continuing to run around trying to find anyone, but Atrium is just going off before finally getting taken down by Lax, and again Burt goes down to Civil. Bita manages to get one back, but Civil gets a double kill. Turns around, Mim manages to get one onto Atrium, and these kills are flying back and forth, but the point right now is that Unreal Nightmares is just controlling these points. Finally, the Knights Templar managed to break in, but this has been a great start for the Nightmares, as they are already rotating to the next point. Zem managed to get a double before Bita trades it back, and here come the rotations. Burt gets one, and in the middle of the map right now, it's between Rybo and Burt. Rybo now taking shots, goes down to Atrium, who's going to rotate back to help out his teammates. Again, solid control immediately to the Unreal Nightmares. This hard point has been all them so far. KT only able to pick up the dregs here and there. A shot in the back, but goes Atrium as he goes down. We'll switch over as Lax and his teammates are going to try and make this push now towards the hard point. It's all onto Grits to hold them back. Utility flying back and forth. Grits gets a kill with the Semtex, make it a double as Zem finally breaks in. Atrium manages to trade it back, and the kills are just going back and forth between these members right now. Mim goes down, and it is all on Unreal Night, or the KT, the Knights Templar, to try and enter back into this point. We see Burt manages to get the kill onto Zem, as Lax and Civil are doing their best. Over on the point right now, it is all Grits. He's been there the entire time. No one's there to even challenge, as right now Rybo's going to come around the corner and hits the shots. That's what you want to see for the Knights, but it's a bit too late as the point rotates around. We see Civil, he's hunting, and he manages to find Harass, gets a double kill, almost a triple, but Grits sets him down, and that's a team kill from Zem. Burt manages to get onto the point as he takes out Rybo with his teammates coming up right behind him. Zem and Mim both go down as Civil is finally able to get a headshot onto one of the members of Unreal Nightmare. But right now, KT is unable to bring this back in any real capacity. Running forward even farther, Burt is hunting deep for some kills. His teammate Harass goes down, but Atrium gets a double kill of his own. Right now, it seems like the Knights Templar are just trying to get out of spawn, and it's not going to happen. Cleaning up in the back line goes Atrium, gets two before getting traded back, as now Grits is looking to make the same thing happen. They're hunting all around, but looks like the Knights Templar have managed to group up as three at the top left of the map. They're moving forward, Zem taking a lot of shots as he's going to try and run forward. Mim goes down immediately, but Lax trades one back. Here it comes. Lax gets a double kill, Civil gets one of his own, and this is where the Knights Templar need to break in. Running underneath, no kills come through as Grits shuts it down. Mim finally manages to put in, and the Knights Templar have control for just a moment before it goes back. Atrium gets a double before getting shut down as him and Burt both get taken out. Bida now is going to try and defend with his teammate Harass against this relentless onslaught of KT. Manages to get one onto Mim after a bunch of kills come through for the Knights Templar. Now, Bida and Grits are both, the rotations are coming in as we're switching over to the next hard point. The fight is over in the middle of the map as Burt, Grits, the hill feed is just full of this maroon as the Unreal Nightmares are just filling it up. Zem, though, does get a double kill as then Civil gets one of his own before immediately going down to Grits. Harass gets onto the point, and Grits is going to go hunting. He manages to spot Rybo for just a moment, but now the control has gone back to the Knights Templar. Mim is going to try and find a kill, but can't seem to spot anyone out. Gets shot in the side as Harass cleans it up. Another kill coming through for Burt as he's fighting around the outside of the map as these teams are just going back and forth fast and furious. The kill feed is pretty much striped right now as they can't figure out who's going to take control, but Zem says it's going to be us. Gets a double kill as the Knights Templar have control of the hard point in the middle of the map. Harass and Beta are going to try and fight back though. They take out Zem. Harass gets a double kill before Mim can finally shut him down. Atrium now hunting through bathrooms, gets taken out by Civil. Easy kill for him with the headshot as Beta manages to get one onto Lax. Now the hardpoint going into the warehouse at the back of the map. It's Civil, 1-2 kills, and he breaks into the point. That's great for the Knights Templars. Now they're finally building up a bit of momentum. If we look, Civil, he has the most kills and he has the most, or almost most deaths. Actually, never mind, take that back. He's even 1 for 1 on the team. They're going to need to play through him to get back into this. Right there, he manages to get one. Make it almost a second, but Bida shuts him down as another team kill as Grits gets Atrium accidentally with that Semtex. Bida now up into the bathrooms, gets one, make it two. Beautiful positioning for him as his team has re-controlled this hard point at the back warehouse. Now getting aggressive. Another kill for Bida as he has no fear. Make it 2 more, and that's just too much. 1 on 3, you can't do that, man. Sybil's going to move in with his team now as Mim is getting aggressive near the front, spots out multiple members, but that's the end of the map. 250 easily for the Unreal Nightmares as they take map 1 of this playoff match. Whew, that was fast and furious to start it off. Unreal Nightmares managed to get a huge lead to start, and despite a little bit of late game momentum, the Knights Templar could just never quite turn it around. Sybil did what he could, got the most kills on his team, but it just wasn't enough. As on Unreal Nightmares, multiple members just going off with those great angles, great rotations, and great shooting. We're going to have to see if, moving on to Search, the Knights Templar can try and turn this around, switch to a bit more of a controlling style than that fast and furious we saw in map 1. Oh, Brooks, that was map 1. That was the very start of this game. We're going to be running into round 2 right now. As we check it out, guys, I want to see in the chat who's going to win. Where's the trash talk? Where's the cheering for your team? This is playoff Call of Duty, for God's sakes. Here we go. Now, for that first map, overall, the kills weren't entirely out of whack for either team. There was a slight advantage going the way of the Unreal Nightmares, which you'd expect after such a dominant performance. But overall, I think the win came from the team play, came from the rotations, and from being just better organized when things got a little more chaotic. There were a few sections of teams getting one kill after another. Hopefully my Modern Warfare doesn't crash. I've been stuck on the screen for a bit. There were a few times where one player was getting kill after kill. Civil had a few on his own. Beta had a few great ones, but overall it was just back and forth on the kill feed. And hopefully that means that the Knights Templar aren't outmatched. They came in with the higher rank. They should be the favorites coming into this game, but that is quite a setting to go down right away. Connection dropped. Hopefully nothing's going on and I can get back into this. Maybe Modern Warfare crash. There's too much going on. Hopefully for you guys we can get this figured out and go right back in. Oh, Bruck's saying they're very outmatched. That's the trash talk I want to be seeing. As I don't know what's going on with Modern Warfare right now. There was fine, no connection problems, and suddenly I can't get into the game. But that's just part of esports, especially when we're all playing remotely. You never know what's going to go on. Hopefully this will give the two teams a second to regroup and get ready for the next part of the match. Well, at the very least, at least I know my internet is working fine because I see all you fine folks still on the stream, still chatting it up. Oh man, you don't gotta call me a chump today, oh. What's going on there? I'm throwing out, this is gonna be Call of Duty's fault. I'm clean, it's not on me, wash my hands just like the government's telling me to. So hopefully this will end up pretty soon. Okay, I got confirmation from El Prez Drew. It is not on me. Both teams are having an issue. Might be a Modern Warfare thing with just everyone at home. You got nothing else to do but play some COD. These servers are getting stress tested like never before. Oh, and Obruck, sorry, I didn't see. I'm not sure what round this is in the bracket. I'm thinking we're getting near the end, but I just know this is a loser bracket match, and all that matters for these teams, they can't afford to be looking forward at what's the next match, because you lose, you go home right here. They have to be focusing on what's right here in front of them. And oh, come on, Call of Duty, why you gotta disconnect me? Local multiplayer, that's not what you want to see. I'll try and keep chatting it up for you guys, hold you onto this stream. And I mean, I got the chat open so I can at least see what's going on. Maybe we'll be able to figure this out, but if it's out of my hands, there's a chance that the game might be pushed back to maybe try again another time. I mean, at the very least, they completely finished the first map. They got it all done. Risky, I think you're right. The servers might be donezo. the corona got to the technology. They even have the robots now. As we're just this might be a section of just pushing it back, come back at round 2 on another day. Luckily, since they finished the first map, that's done and dusted, so they won't have to replay everything unless that's how the teams decide to go about it. But right now, Modern Warfare just doesn't want to do anything. I'll just talk up with the Prez for a bit, see what we will be doing. Maybe you're right, Obrooks. Maybe they just won so dominantly Unreal Nightmare that Modern Warfare just didn't want to see anymore. They had to shut it down to stop what was about to happen in the next 2 rounds. Or perhaps they were setting up for the comeback. We don't know. Knights Templar, they're a solid team. They have the skills, and they just couldn't put it together in that first map. At least now is a time where we can appreciate just the solid UI work by the people over at Activision. This is a very clean logo, nice little pixelated gradient. I appreciate it. It's good to look at, good for you guys to watch while absolutely nothing else is going on and we're figuring out what to happen. I've been connected again. Risque, you're right. Servers are done, dusted, they're gonzo. And we're going to have to see what's going on. I'm not going to cut the stream quite yet. I'll try and keep you guys having something to watch because you all tuned in. You gave us your hard-earned time. Time is money. And so I want to get this figured out for you guys. But in the end, I'm not working at Activision. I don't have my finger on the switch. So it'll be hard for us to turn this around. Listen, I'm going to try and be nice. Not going to say curb stomped. Tadeo, I guess, dropping a little bit of the meme. They did kind of get Thanos reduced to atoms, snapped out of that first map. But I don't think there have been bigger comebacks. Sometimes teams have a bad day, and I don't think they were in any way out of the whole game by any means. Just dropping one bad hardpoint map, moving on to the next. You never know what'll happen. Today, you should know that. TU's been stomped a time or 2 on hardpoint. You guys have turned it around, so I don't think that's anything out of the ordinary to have a bad first game. You know, I got to appreciate that, Obrooks. 6-1 search and destroy. I guess that's still a bit of a stomping. And 80 to 90 in Dom. It's good to have confidence in your team. It's good to appreciate the people you cheer for. And just no matter what anyone says, they're going to dominate every time. Whether or not that's the reality, I can't tell you. But confidence is always important. All right. The word has come in from President Drew. We're going to give people some time to try and reconnect, see if we can still get in. I'm trying to fetch this online profile. Maybe we'll get through, but if in a few minutes we are still here and can't get anything done, we're going to have to reschedule. We're going to have to postpone, and I have to apologize to you all. I know that's not what you want to hear, but at least we got one good round of Call of Duty to start this all off. I know depending on who you're cheering for, might not have been great. It might have been incredible. But it's Call of Duty, competitive in the playoffs, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Let me see in the chat, who do you think overall in XP League is on their way to winning the whole thing? Who's favorite to just take this home, take home the prize, the cash money? Who's it going to be? Because right now it's only going to be one of these 2 teams to even have a chance, so I hope if you're going to choose one of them that you haven't put too much on it. That's a pretty risky bet coming from the loser's bracket. I see an at risky. It's going to be risky. I mean, he's on point with the servers, so maybe he has some backdoor knowledge. I wouldn't be surprised. He might have been the one that flipped the switch. That's how he gets those in-game advantages. You never know. You got to be available with every opportunity. And I think President Drew just said it better than anyone else. Of course this has to happen my first time casting. It was just too crazy. There was too much action flying back and forth. They had to shut it down before things got too hot. On fire is what I'd call it. And that's a third disconnection. I'm pretty sure in baseball it's 3 strikes, you're out. Wouldn't know because nothing's on TV right now, but I'll wait to get the official call, but it might be time to end it and cut things. I appreciate everyone just sticking around, making sure, like, you never know, we could have gotten back in, so I like the loyalty to stick on the XP League channel. Hopefully you'll all come back the next time we get to do some casting. I also throw out while you guys are here, how's the voice going? How is the audio mixing? I just got some new mic headphones set up, so I want to make sure everything sounds good and clear. Don't have much soundproofing yet, so it might be a bit echoey, but give me your feedback. This is chill talk with the chat right now, so I might as well get all that I can out of it. And today, I would go back to TU, but they locked the gaming room anyway, so there's no point. Alright guys, there's the call. It looks like we're going to wrap it up. Well, in the end of the first round of this playoff match, it went the way of the unreal nightmare. Knights Templar lose, and we'll be postponing this match and coming back. I have been Morgan Dunn. This has been the XP League, and we'll see you all next time.